Probably the most common procedure that I undertake at St John's St Elizabeth's is a colonoscopy. And the majority of patients that come to see me have either experienced some blood in their poo or an altered bowel habit, or they've got a first-degree family member that's recently been diagnosed with a bowel concern. Colonoscopy itself is very straightforward, but the day before can be quite challenging because you take a strong laxative and it makes you go to the loo for about 12 times. So what I usually say to the majority of individuals who are working is work during the day up until about 2 o'clock, and from 2 o'clock onwards, start taking the laxative. And the next day you come in, we put a little needle in your arm, give you a bit of sedation, and undertake the procedure. It's a telescope. It's a tube which is about the size of my index finger, and we guide the telescope through the colon. And we always say the colon looks a bit like a house. You've got the left side, the roof, and the right side, and we just negotiate the angles. To go from the bottom to the end of the colon, it takes, on average, in a man about 7 minutes. In a woman, it takes slightly longer, about 12 minutes. And then it takes about 10 minutes to come back. So in the majority of individuals, you're looking at about 20 minutes max. We then go and speak to them after about 40 minutes when the sedation's worn off and say, look, the colonoscopy is normal. Or we found a polyp and we've removed it. Polyp looks a bit like a grape on a stalk. And what we do is we inject the stalk, we lift it up, we then put a little lasso on it and burn it. And then we get a little net and bring the polyp out. So what we're looking for in the majority of individuals, the chance of them having a major concern at colonoscopy is low. It's very much age-related. So if you're over 50, then the percentage may be 2%. If you're over 60, maybe 5%, etc. So if you're young, if you're under 50, the chance of finding sinister pathology is low. I think probably the biggest myth about colonoscopy is that it's going to be a painful procedure. We keep the mood light. The music's on, and large majority of patients, if they're mature, they may like classical music, or they may have some like Ibiza beach tempo type music. I like to keep the mood very light so that people aren't unnecessarily anxious. I've always said one of the beauties of the hospital at St John's St Elizabeth's is the quality of the radiologists, the X-ray doctors, phenomenal. They are, I'd go so far as to say they're world class. The other benefits of working in the hospital is that the staff are excellent. The nursing staff are excellent. I've had a number of patients that have been at other hospitals all over London, and they say that the quality of nursing here is very good. That's a bonus because, for example, if the patient's comfortable with the consultant surgeon and they're comfortable with the nursing staff, then it's a win-win situation.